Hi, in this video we will start designing our home page. Let's get started. On the home page I want to display product categories. The best way to do that is to create a new widget area. This way, if we create a new category later, the category widget on the home page will update automatically. So go to Appearance, Widget, and here create a new widget area. Give it a title. You can give it any title you want. Click Create. And here you can see the widget area has been created. You may need to refresh the page. And now you can see it here. When we installed WooCommerce, it added some widgets here. And here we need to find the product categories widget, which is here, and add this widget to our newly created widget area. So just click here and select the new widget area and click Add Widget. You can add a custom title. And you can select any options from here. If you want to display this category widget as a drop-down menu, then you can click and check this box. If you want to show the number of products the category contains, then you can check this too. I will leave everything as it is, except the hide empty categories. I don't want to show the empty categories on the list. So I just click Save. And now we have a new widget area with a widget added to it. Now go to the home page and enable the Visual Builder. Click Start Building, and a new section has already been added. And we need to select a row. In the first section, we will use this row. First, let's go to the section settings and set the background color to F1, F1, F1. In the first column, we add the widget we just created. To do that, we need to add the sidebar module. So let's select it. Let's search for it. Sidebar. It automatically adds the default WordPress sidebar, but we don't need that because we just created our own. So from this drop-down menu, we select our new widget area. And it already lists all our product categories. It's starting to take shape, but we need to add some custom styling. For example, I want to add a background color to the heading. So to do that, we need to add some custom CSS. So go to the Advanced tab, Custom CSS, and scroll down to the title box. So here we can add our custom CSS styles. So add the background color. And we may need to add some margin to the bottom. Let's say 15 pixel. We can change that later. Okay, scroll up, and in the CSS ID and classes option, we add our custom CSS ID. This way, I'll be able to add more styling to this whole element. Make sure this is unique. So in this example, I will call this Home Browse Cat. Make sure you save your changes. Let's go back and go to the Design tab. Obviously, we have to change the color of this text. Select the title text. It should be semi-bold, white, and maybe a little bit smaller, like 17 pixel. We can also make some changes to the category titles, and for that we need to edit the body text options, and maybe just increase the text size to 16 pixel. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, I don't want this border line here, so I need to remove that. To do that, we need to add some custom CSS, but not in the module itself, but in the Divi theme settings. So to do that, go to the administration area, Divi, theme option, scroll down, and here we already have some custom CSS for the cart icon. Below that, let's add the following code. Okay, let's reference the CSS ID I just added to the sidebar module. And we need to remove the right border. And we say none. Click Save Changes. Here also save your changes. Exit Visual Builder, and let's see what we have. Okay, we have the categories. We successfully removed the border, but obviously we have some more stylings to do. I'm thinking of adding an icon to the widget header and some divider lines to the category titles. So let's start with the icon. There are several ways to add an icon there. In this example, we will use Elegant Icons. This icon set comes from Elegant Themes, the creator of the Divi theme. You can download the icon set from their website. I will leave a link in the description. To use this icon set with Divi, first download and extract it on your computer. I already have it downloaded. To upload the font set, we need to open any text or header module. So let's do that. Okay. Go to Design, Text, Text Font, and here we can upload new custom fonts. Click Upload, and here we can choose the font. So I'll just navigate to the folder where I downloaded the Elegant Icon font set. I select this one, click Open. I just add the name. And click Upload. Okay, and now we are getting an error. This error often comes up when we try to upload custom fonts. We can fix this by adding a line of code to our WordPress config file. So we have to navigate to our WordPress installation and open our WP config file with the text editor. And for example, here we add this new line. We click Save. And try again. And now it's uploaded. Okay, we won't use any text module here, so we can now delete it. And actually we can just leave the Visual Builder. We don't need to save anything right now. If you go to this Elegant Themes page where you can download the icons, you can see that the icon set has a reference guide. Each icon has a CSS reference. If we want to display these icons, we will need to use these CSS classes. For example, in my case, I want to add this icon to the heading before the heading title. And to do that, we need to add some code to our custom CSS box here. I'll just copy the code, save changes, and if you refresh, you see that the icon is added. So basically, the color here will define the color of the icon, and This is a very important part, because if you see here on the reference guide, you can see this code here. But in the CSS code, we only used a backslash and its number. So don't use this whole reference code in your CSS code. Otherwise, it's not going to work. The font size obviously will define the size of the icon. With the font family, we reference the font icon set. We have to use position relative, and we have to add a 6 pixel to the top to properly position the icon. We still need to add some padding, I think. So let's do. So we add some padding to the top, the bottom, and to the left. Yeah, maybe 13 is better for the top padding. And I also want to add some divider lines to the category titles. And now we have something. In the right column, I want to add a slider that will display products. So let's add a slider module. Here you can see the individual slides. You can edit them, copy them, or remove them. Okay, so the first slide will show one of our books. So click Edit. This is going to be Winter World. Okay, this is a button, but I want a different text on the button. Okay, in the background option, we are going to add a gradient background that will start from this darker color and end with, well, actually I like this color, so we can leave it on the default. This is going to be a linear gradient type, but you can change it if you want. A radial, for example, then the darker color will come from the center. And you can play with these settings if you want. You can change the direction, start position, end position. Okay, in the image and video option, we will upload the book cover. And in the link section, you can add a link to the button. Okay, maybe we can use less text. Okay, and if you are happy with it, you can leave it like that, but in the design tab, we can, for example, edit the title text, make it bigger or smaller, the body text if you want. Maybe a light font weight would look better. And of course, you can change the design of the button. If you want to do that, you can use custom styles for the button. Background is okay. I don't want to use any border. I don't want any border radius. And maybe we can make the button a little bit wider. To do that, we need to add some left and right padding to the button, maybe. Okay, maybe 40, maybe 42 is better. Okay, I'm happy with it. But before we finish, we need to add some changes to the entire row. So let's go to the row settings. Let's change the background color to white. Yeah, just drag it here to better see the whole thing. Okay, obviously we need to add some spacing. So let's go to design, spacing. For margin top we add -5 pixel, padding bottom 10 pixel, and to the left and right 25 pixel. Okay, so now you can see that the module has a little bit of breathing space from the border of the column, but we also need 25 to the right. And we can also add some box shadow. And the default options are okay. Click save. Don't worry about the heading. It looks a bit weird while you are editing the page. Okay, this looks a bit weird. We will probably need to change the padding of this sidebar. So let's go back. And we add 0 pixel. Now it won't have a line break. Okay, we have our first section, and in the next video we will continue designing our home page.